What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here with no face, which should normally be right here. I think I'm gonna start doing this because I realized there's the potential to do this as content on videos, and I just haven't been doing it. So as you guys already know, I get a lot of cards graded, and I normally buy all these cards from TrollToad.com, which is always, if you want to check this out for yourself, it's gonna be linked in the description below. And I always buy the cards from them and then I send them in, but I never show you guys kind of what I get first. So I think what I'll start doing, and of course if you guys want to see these videos, what I'll start doing is every time I get these new packages or set of cards from TrollToad.com, I'll open them on camera and kind of like judge them to see like what to expect. And then basically you'll see these cards before they get sent into the PSA, and then this could be like a little mini series I do on my channel on top of the, the PSA grade return. So today I got two specific packages. Actually, I grab my box of sleeves and everything because I gotta make sure that they stay protected. Got that ready. I have two sets of cards today. I got actually this right here, which I believe these are Pokemon cards, and these should be Yu-Gi-Oh or vice versa. So let's go ahead and pop these open first and see. Let's see what's inside here and what kind of grade the cards are. And I also will give you some a breakdown of like why I bought the cards that I did and all that good stuff. So again, it's a little fun little series that I do. And again, if you want to see more of it, then thumbs it up right now. Alright, and of course if you really want face cam down here, I guess let me know. But I figured since these videos won't be as long, I won't do, I figured there's no point in doing it. So here's one set of cards. Like I said, these are the Yu-Gi-Oh ones, and ooh, look at that. Do you recognize this? No? I'll talk about this in a second. Let's go ahead and pop this open as well. Slide it. Ah, nice and easy, nice and easy. Come on, pop open, and don't show my address. There we go. Okay, and what's in here? I forgot what's in this one. Charizards! Perfect, my favorite. Alright, let's just do these first because this is basically a Pokemon channel after all. Mostly Pokemon, but I do Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Let's see what kind of conditions we're looking at with these. So, base set Charizard, and a base 2 Charizard. From the start, I can already tell that this is not the best condition. Let's actually see what they're looking like. Remember, the goal here is to get a PSA 10 Charizard by buying it straight up and seeing if I can get luck. So right off the bat, I can tell that there are scratches on the hollow, right? Actually, you know what? There's not that many. There's like one right there. The centering is fairly decent, but I also see some silvering, as you can see in the bottom right there. The back is looking, actually the back is really decent. This could be a really good grade. Okay, so that Charizard, keep an eye out for that as a PSA return at some point in the next couple of weeks, because again, it takes a long time. I usually let my cards pile up first, and then I set them in all at once. And then from there, I, obviously do a PSA grade return, which I should be getting a box back, I think, in the next day or so. So keep an eye out for that as well. I got some goodies come back. So here's that one, first one down. Not bad. Let's actually pop this one out as well. Here we go. Let's see what we're working with on this one. Okay, let's see what we got. So once again, actually very minimal scratches. The centering is a bit off. As you can see, it's thicker on the right side and the bottom. So this is definitely not going to be 10 worthy, which sucks. Because the back is flawless. No! Oh, that could have been a 10. That could have been my first 10. Oh, that sucks. But you know what? Whatever. A 9 is good too. I just want a 10 so badly. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good purchase so far. These Charizards are becoming more and more expensive. I remember when I first got back into Pokemon about a year ago, they were charging about 40 or 50 bucks for these cards. Now they're selling for a solid like 60, 70, and sometimes even 80, depending on the condition. So it's tricky. It's tricky. And of course, the base set 2 Charizards are a lot cheaper because for some reason people don't really care about them as much. Right off the bat, I can tell this is not going to be a good score. So at the top, we got some silvering, as you can see right there. The hollow pattern is really nice, decent centering, and the back is also fantastic. Look at this. This is such a good condition Charizard. Oh my gosh. It actually does have temp. To be honest, between these 3 cards, they all have 10 potential. But the question is whether or not, the PSA will find something that I don't see. Because obviously they're professionals, I'm not, so I can't really say, hey, that should have been a 10. Because it's clearly something that's missing there that I just don't see. Okay, so got that out of the way. Now this is important too. This, what you're looking at right there, is a very old card. It's a promo card from 1998. It is, let's actually pop this out real fast first. Come on, pop out. God, these are always possible to take out of these top loaders. Come on. Give me a second, there we go. Okay, so what you're looking at right here is it's a Duel Monsters 1 promo card from 1998, Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is released in, I believe, one of the games from way back in the day. Right off the bat, I can tell that the centering isn't the best, so unfortunately this won't be a 10. I did look up how many exist as 10s, and as of right now, there's only like 2. So if this manages to come back as a 10, I will have 33% on that market. The card is very, very pricey. I don't know why it's that pricey. I think it's because it's old and it's the fact that it's a promo card. But it's not even holographic, which is actually kind of surprising. I figured that the background will be hollow foil at least, but it's not. It's just a really, really basic card that was released as part of, I forget which game. It was a long time ago. But again, it's a very, very rare, very, very rare Blue Eyes. You know that Blue Eyes that Kaiba was looking for? Yeah, that's this guy right here. Next one, we have this guy over here, which is a limited edition BPT. It's a 10. It's from one of the 10s, Red Eyes Black Dragon. This isn't that, I don't think this is that expensive. I think I bought this just because I like Red Eyes and it looked really, really nice. The back seems to have a couple smudges, if we can show you the lights to see that, so that's definitely not going to be a 10. Maybe an 8 or a 7, because I feel like with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they're a lot more prone to smudges and that kind of damage as opposed to Pokemon cards. Because almost every single time, there's always a card I get that has like, you can see the fingerprints and where people held them and all that good stuff. But hey, having a Red Eyes as a PSA 10 is also a goal as well for me, so I'm going to try to make that happen at some point. So there's one, and look at that secret rare foil that looks just beautiful. Oh, look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. Obelisk the Tormentor, I believe this is from V-Jump. Yep, V-Jump, EN037. Pretty good centering. It's kind of warped, which kind of sucks. I don't know how much that, you know, removes from the score, but everything else looks flawless. If you guys remember, the last Obelisk got sent in from V-Jump did come back as a PSA 10, and I think there's only like 3 in the world as PSA 10s. Granted, at the same time, not that many people grade Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Only I'm the only insane idiot that does. So it's kind of my advantage, I guess, to have a PSA 10 when not that many people have submitted it. But whatever. I still want to get all the God cards as possible because having them as 10s is also really, really cool. Then we have this guy right here, the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, which is a promo card from the movie. Now I believe there's a secret rare variant of this as well, which is a lot more pricier and valuable. This specific one isn't that pricey, but I remember I had it as a kid, and for some reason I regret getting rid of it as a kid. That's why it's the only reason I decided to buy this and just send it in, get it graded, yada yada yada. I actually have, I believe I have, I want to say a rare version of this, like a non-hollow one already. It should be in my collection somewhere because I remember me getting one a while back, but again, it's a different variant. And Konami is infamous for doing a bunch of reprints for all their cards, which is both good and bad. It's good because it gives people a chance to get the cards that they want to get that they might have missed out on. But at the same time, it is kind of bad because it does kind of take away from the original release. But at the same time, because of like how many different versions of cards exist, because like what it says in the corner essentially is what keeps that value for that card as amazing as it is. And finally, this card is this is probably one of the most important ones I've bought. This is, as you can see, it is already silvering. I see it right there. This is a DD, I want to say Dice, the Dice game that was released. DDS Exodia the Forbidden One. Right off the bat, I see a scratch right there, which is going to kill the score. The back looks great, and also there's actually a dent down there, so this is probably not, this is almost not grade worthy. But because it is a DDS promo card, and so little exists in the world, even having it as like a PSA 5 is good. It's good basically. So because of that, I am still gonna send it in. But overall though, I gotta say this is a really, really decent haul. Oh my gosh. I'm actually kind of excited about the Charizards as well because even though they're not 100% flawless, they do have potential. They have, like all 3 of them do. They have a lot of potential for potentially being a PSA 10 for these. And again, if I can get just one of these, right now, I think the last one that sold on eBay, like an auction, the last one sold for about, I want to say, almost $3,000 as a PSA 10 because Charizards keep getting more and more expensive as time passes. And just if I could just get one, I have so many as 9s, which means I was always this close to getting that perfect 10 gem in score. But if I can just get just one of these, I'll be a happy camper. The PSA 10 for the base set 2 isn't as valuable. I want to say it's probably no more than like, I mean, it's still a lot. It's like 800 bucks maybe. But I don't know how much this is a change because again, with every single Charizard that increases, it affects the entire Charizard market down the line. So yeah. Overall though, it's a pretty good haul from Toronto. And I guess the second I get these sent in and graded, you can expect more. I mean, look, I got a whole batch of cards. You know what? Let me just go over real fast what I have because I mean, if I'm gonna do this as a series, I gotta show you everything that I get. So I'm just kind of going through this really fast. And again, if you want to see more of a breakdown on these in the future, whenever I buy them, I will let you, just let me know. I got this, Legendary Collection Blastoise, Legendary Collection Blastoise again. But the last, these are pretty much for Kirabug. This Charizard is really good potential to be a 10. I think this is like a $1,200 card as a PSA 10 too, so you definitely want to, if you have this, and it's in good condition, send that bad boy in. This is definitely going to be a 10, a Gold Star Raikou. If you guys remember, I did get a 10, PSA 10 Entei last week, or like 2 weeks ago. And if I can get Raikou and Suicune as well, I'll be happy. This is not going to be a 10, I'm going to tell you right now. Same with that one. I don't know about this one. The last time I sent one in, it came back as a 7. Just a base Mewtwo, not that valuable. These are just kind of like whatever, because you guys know I like my Mewtwo. I like this because this is like a really, really like unique card. I have not seen it before from Pokemon Rumble. Would love to have that as a 10. I need this as a 10. This Lugia is so valuable. Same thing with this Mewtwo EX. This is a different Mewtwo EX. Lugia, some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Trying to get the gods, the pseudo gods, I should say. This right here is a Needleworm from Tournament Pack 3. As I said, this card's been re-released a handful of times, but the TP03 one is the one you want. And I happened to snag this the other day from Toronto.com. I saw it pop up, I immediately pulled the trigger. I wanted this card so badly as a kid, and I actually own it. So if I can get this as a decent score as a PSA return, that's going to be amazing. Gotta have my Phoenixes, because that's what I run on Duel Links. Another Red Eyes, Mirror Force, Exodia. You know, I'm trying to get the entire reverse collection for Charmander, and I think these are just leftovers. I'm not going to get graded. But yeah, these are the next batches of cards being sent in, so keep an eye out for that over the course of the next couple weeks. But other than that, pretty good haul. If you want to see more of these, then again, just leave a like and a comment, and I got you. But other than that, just let me know your thoughts on this. It's a serious idea and all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed us today. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.